every time I come to Yachai, I like to take my Yachai Tech mug. I'm very proud of this mug. Fill it with coffee and then start walking around the campus like in ancient times where Greek philosophers, called the peripatetic philosophers, would walk around and chat with their friends about philosophy, about life, about knowledge. As you can understand, since I started with speaking about Greek philosophy, I'm of Greek origin. I was born in Athens many, many years ago. My family was a family of lawyers and Navy officers. And they wanted me to become a lawyer or a Navy officer. But I didn't like any of that. I preferred to become a professor. I wanted to be a professor since the time I was 10 years old. I didn't know what kind of a professor. I just wanted to be a professor because I like the discourse, I like the discussion that the professors would have. I was good in science, and I decided to become a professor of science. It takes a long time between the time that the decision was made and the achievement was achieved. And I want to tell the students of Yachai Tech that they should never give up their dreams. It needs work, work, and work. This is a famous quotation from Einstein, who basically was asked what were the 3 pillars of his success. He never accepted that he was a genius. He never considered this to be part of the equation. It was work, work, and work. So I graduated from a Greek-American high school in Athens, and then I went to Oxford University and studied engineering science there. But my love always has been the study of materials and the way that they behave. So actually I left Oxford and went to Brown University to do my master's and PhD degrees. And my PhD thesis was actually on the strength of materials and the mechanics of deformation and failure of materials. In 2 words, if you have a ceramic cup like this, I studied the way that these materials will fail catastrophically, will fracture or be destroyed when subjected to a dynamic loading. For example, in an everyday life, if you have a glass like this or a cup like this, if you go like this, you have created multiple surfaces by subjecting this cup to dynamic loading. These are called cracks, and they spread very, very fast. I studied and continued studying later in my life the way that these cracks propagate at very, very high speeds, but not in cups, but in aeroplanes, for example, in composite materials, in spacecraft. And later in life, I applied this study of the fracturing of materials to the study of earthquake generation, because in tectonic plates, like the ones that exist here, all over Ecuador, we have big, weak plains that are called geological faults. And these geological faults slide, typically, and slide against each other and create big tremors that are what we understand as earthquakes. So these are big dynamic cracks that propagate from one part of the fault to another with very high speeds of the order of 3 kilometers in a second. And they create the earthquakes. Science is international. It does not belong to a country. It does not belong to the United States. It does not belong to Europe. It does not belong to Ecuador. It belongs to everybody around the world. What my vision for Yachaitech is to create a truly international university in Ecuadorian soil. For this, you have to be able to attract the best minds into Ecuador and to attract the best Ecuadorians into Yachaitech. I believe that Yachaitech, if I were to visit it 100 years from now, will be the leader of science in Latin America. And what I would like to see is that one day the Ecuadorian president would be a graduate of Yachaitech. Yachaitech is only about 1 year old. It is really a baby. It is a healthy baby, a nice baby, but still a baby. Babies need to be nurtured, need to be helped to grow, and they grow in very fast paces. In the first year of its life, the Yachaitech baby has been created, and we have spent in the first phase most of our time putting the administration together, the academic authorities together, and attracting our first students. So for the time being, the Yachaitech baby is a teaching university. It's now time to go to the next phase of the university, in which research and bringing international science into the university will be our goal. Like in all organizations that are growing very fast, like Yachaitech, in order to achieve the second phase of their lives, we need new leadership. And it's exactly that reason that the Comisión Gestora has decided to rotate the roles of its members and appoint a new interim rector. The commission is composed of 4 academic members and 1 legal member. We rotate the roles by a democratic process of election. So in order to achieve the next phase, which is the phase of creating the research infrastructure, the new research labs, hiring our research faculty, and involving our students into real research projects, we have also to enable this process by changing administration.